noch Erfahrungspunkte gibt. Oh. Aber ich das nicht super schnell. Gegen Los ist das keine große Herausforderung. Rittmeister gemeint.
Now my success is guaranteed. I'm all right.
So, töten.
I took care of it.
Kampftechniken, High-Fokus. Und hallo Raffi. Lang nicht gesehen, mein Freund.
Really you, Professor? It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again.
Na gut, ich brauche keine Heilung. Donnerschwert, tot. Wunderbar. Ah, okay. Gehen wir mal weiter. Das bitte nicht so schnell so viel Schaden kriegen. Danke. Und nächste Truhe. Verfluchtes Aschir-Schwert. Was ist das? Hoher kritischer Wert. Träger leidet nach Kampfhandlungen Schaden in Höhe von 5 KP. Okay, nein. So, guten Tag. Noch eine Tour, da haben wir alle. Okay, ich gehe schon mal vorwärts. New, komm mal mit. Teilen und fast, ja, fast Tänzer gemeistert. Cool. Und gut. Und komm schon. Fast. Wie viel Schaden will ich ihm machen? War schon ein Donnerschwert. Also ich will ihn one-shotten. Gut zu wissen. Ja. Okay, das ist natürlich heftig mit 90% Crit. Ukon Basara Axt. Was ist das? Heilige Waffe Gloucester. Stadiniert trug einige Kapitel her. Cool. Wegwerfen? Ich muss was wegwerfen. Okay, Stahlbogen. Warum muss ich was wegwerfen? Scheint das als Lager kann voll sein. RIP.
No, I'm not the one you want. I guess I've got no choice.
Ups. Okay, nochmal. Okay, Vorrat. Muss aber gleich aufpassen. Muss ich gleich mal aussortieren. Tanzen. Ja, ich bin aber so jemand, der nie was wegschmeißt. So, nochmal. So.
You're really tough.
It isn't looking good for us. Should we retreat?
Warum war sie dort?
So he revealed his true identity. Catch him and recover the treasure.
Okay, schauen. Warten und reiten. keinen Bogenschützen zur Hand. So. Strategen. Hau mir drauf!
You should yield me a tidy profit.
Watch this.
Was dumm? Geile Ringe halten. Jetzt haben wir doch das im Vorrat.
I thought it would be easy money. Maybe it wasn't meant to be.
We took care of that. Are you sufficiently warmed up, Teach?
Ich glaube, das war nicht so klug. Ich glaube, ich hätte jetzt die anderen beiden töten sollen. Für mehr Items. Na egal. Und wir haben es geschafft. Alle zusammen.
I'm exhausted. What gives, Professor? I was so excited to see everyone again, and then this happens.
Ja, der muss wieder alles zerstören. Ist immer so hart für dich
I'm
bestimmt.
still tired from the long journey. How did it come to this?
Let's all take a moment to catch our breath.
If you've got the spare time to play with those guys, the least you could do is prepare some tea.
Er für Beschwenzhaus zuständig.
Come on, those guys were thieves. We couldn't just let them get away. It seems they've been taking advantage of the church's absence and doing whatever they please here.
In any case, I'm glad that all of you are well.
That's the spirit, Marianne.
That was fun. In fact, I wouldn't mind romping around some more.
So, you were alive this whole time, Professor. I am not surprised. In fact, that is why I came here.
Los, warum hast du immer diese Blume am Stecken? Die passt hier nicht.
And it doesn't look like time has rusted your skills. That's a relief.
I'm just glad everyone's alive and well. On that note, let's move this reunion party somewhere else. Now that we've dealt with those violent bandits, we could potentially use this place as our base of operations again.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I'm talking about the Leicester Alliance taking over Garrigmach Monastery.
Okay.
After all, it's right in the middle of Foden. It's a critical strategic location.
Are you suggesting that we fight back against the Empire?
Aren't you getting a bit ahead of yourself? The Alliance is in complete discord at present.
And, as leader of the Imperial faction of the Alliance, isn't Count Gloucester, your father, the main cause of that discord?
Genau, klar, genau, Lorenz.
Yes, that is true. It was inevitable. Our house's territory is close to Imperial land, after all. Had we not consented to vassalage under the Empire, they would have invaded immediately.
Naturally. And, to be clear, I have no problem with your house maintaining its Imperial ties until we're sufficiently prepared to revolt.
Okay, das ist interessant. Das klaut er so. Ja, okay, mach mal.
The Empire is the cause of the infighting. If we rid ourselves of them, the situation should resolve itself. That's why I'm thinking we should make this our base, raise up an army, and stir up some trouble for the Empire.
Ja, ärgern wir Edegard.
Now you're talking. Sounds like fun.
So then, Mr. Leaderman, does this mean you intend to rope us into your little scheme?
Moment. Ah, stimmt, das weiß er da nicht.
My grandfather passed away. That means yours truly is officially the leader of the Alliance.
If we had a more reliable leader, perhaps the Alliance would not have been divided.
Immerhin bist du jetzt fertig, Arknei. Hoffentlich hat alles gut geklappt bei der Arbeit.
Think what you will. All I need to know is if you're in or you're out.
Unsere Hirsche sind wieder zusammen, das hast du verpasst.
I'm happy to lend a hand. I won't let those Imperial dogs set foot in Alliance territory. I couldn't bear it if my village got caught up in the chaos of war.
I'll fight too. I've got to protect my little sis.
I will join as well. After all, House Ordelia was once dragged into an imperial revolt. It ruined us.
Stimmt, rasieren. Da habe ich das durcheinander gebracht. Schön, dass du so weiter zuschauen konntest. Oh, Theas Haus ist ruiniert. Oh, die Arme.
Ah, of course. I understand your motivation.
I'll fight too. It's time to take responsibility for my own future.
I don't want to run anymore. I hope I'll be of use to everyone.
We can do anything if we work together, Marianne.
What about you, Lawrence? Are you going to go back home to your scary father or what?
We cannot rely on Claude's scheming to lead us to victory. Therefore, I will remain.
Verdammt.
It is my duty to ensure Claude does not worsen the situation in the Alliance.
Gut. Wenn es dir gefällt, keine Angst. Die will bald wieder ihre Ganzkörperrüstung anhaben. Und wir werden auch Ignaz Schlabberhosen loswerden.
All of us are fighting for a different reason, but we share a common enemy. If we don't act, the Empire will crush us eventually. I say we stop them before they have the chance. So, Teach, will you help as well?
Ich werde darüber nachdenken.
Please do. I'm counting on you. Even if your ultimate goal is to find Rhea, it would be better to stick with us as you search. With you on our side, the Church will join us as well. That makes fighting the Empire a moral cause, which means it'll be easier to rally support. Above all, your knowledge and strength are indispensable if we hope to stand a chance against the Imperial Army. Without you, my schemes are nothing. Just words.
You're really laying it all on the table, aren't you, Claude? Well, all that aside, this place is a mess. We can't very well make our base in a ruin. And repairing it sounds like a lot of work. I wonder if anyone would be willing to help us out with that.
Ich glaube, niemand will uns helfen. Wir sind ganz allein.
Can it be? You were alive all this time?
Satif! Alter Mann!
Professor, it is so good to see you again. My brother and I were worried about you.
Lane ist zurück und sie sieht unverändert aus, genauso wie Aloy.
Oh, thank the goddess. I couldn't bear the thought of letting Gerald down by not finding you.
Ja, was macht ihr?
It has been 5 years since Lady Rhea disappeared. We have devoted all of our energies to finding her. However, without being able to set foot in Empire territory, we are at a standstill. We had hoped that perhaps the Archbishop would return here on this day, that of the long-awaited Millennium Festival.
Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case, though I don't suppose you had very high hopes in that regard.
Ja, Aloy ist halt so alt, da machen 5 Jahre auch nichts mehr.
Even if she were able to return here, with the monastery in ruins, I don't think she would have felt safe enough to do so. Right, Hilda?
Yeah, this is an important location for the church. To think you've left it in such a state.
Oh, Hilda ist wieder Hilda. Ach so.
That's true. Perhaps we've left it alone for too long. We've got to make things right.
Then let's do it. If we all work together, we can restore the monastery to its original beauty.
Ach, Ignaz, warum mischst du ein? Hilda war gerade so weit, dass sie das alles selber machen wollten.
We will require the aid of skilled craftsmen, too. I shall seek out any such individuals who are willing to return to Garrick Mach.
Fantastic! I'll figure out how to split up the work, and then we can get started.
Und wir speichern hier. So.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Guardian Moon. The Alliance Leader's Ambitions.
Das nächste Kapitel.
Claiming the monastery at Garreg Mach as its home base, the Alliance army joins forces with the Knights of Seros. Together, they begin to take up arms against the Adrestian Empire.
Das war mal ein kurzer Text. Alle Einheiten haben sich während der vergangenen 5 Jahre weiterentwickelt. Du solltest ihre Charakterklassen und Waffen überprüfen.
Good work, Hilda. You didn't do much manual labor, but you managed to rope the knights into helping us restore the monastery.
Thanks, Claude. But all I did was piggyback on your scheme. I saw your eyes telling me to make some magic happen.
Thank you so much for your help with the restoration.
Bitte. Ich hab's doch nichts gemacht, aber bitte.
Oh, please, it was nothing. We're just doing our part as former students.
I'm told you even routed the bandits. I'm sorry. That should have been our job.
Warum hast du einen Eimer auf dem Kopf?
Hey, don't think twice about it. We're all allies in the resistance against the Empire, right?
The Church is at war with the Empire, but the Alliance is a different matter. Wouldn't it be better to avoid getting involved?
The way I see it, the Emperor wants to take over all of Fodlan and destroy the existing order of the world.
Genau, das ist Clauds Aufgabe.
I can't see her allowing the Alliance to continue to exist. We're in this just as deeply as you are. Actually, we were hoping to use this place as a base. The Empire begs to be meddled with, and we're first in line.
What? Why would you want to make your base here of all places?
Weil wir gerade schon hier sind.
Garreg Mach is situated in the center of Fodlan, both geographically and spiritually. We want to secure this location while the Empire is still overlooking it. But if we simply decide that it's ours to occupy, that does nothing to inspire the hearts and minds of the people of Fodlan. Luckily, good old Teach has finally returned to us. If the Professor Rhea entrusted with the Sword of the Creator fights at our side, well now, that's a just cause anyone could get behind.
So kann ich die Cloud schon die Religion als Waffe nutzen.
What's more, here we are, working alongside the legendary Knights of Seros. It smacks of divine providence, doesn't it? Can you feel it?
I'm feeling it, Cloud. I'm feeling it in the air.
I have heard what you have to say, Claude. And you, Professor? Where do you stand?
Ich kämpfe gegen das Kaiserreich.
On our own, we lack sufficient military strength. But with the help of the Alliance... The Archbishop said if anything should happen to her, that we should entrust the affairs of the Church to you.
Wir haben eine Religion.
If you intend to fight alongside the Alliance, then I will follow you as well. Is that acceptable, Claude?
Of course. I can't think of anything more reassuring than having both Teach and the Knights on our side.
Also Loris sich an der Seite zu haben, wäre noch besser.
Together, we'll stop the Emperor and her reckless ambitions.
Mir hätte ich mir gewünscht, dass Lorenz auf der Gegnerseite ist, einfach damit ich ihn verprügeln kann. Aber naja, müssen wir das Beste aus der Situation machen. Okay, hallo Ferdinand, wo bist du? Bist du im Kaiserreich? Ferdinand hat sich die Haare wachsen lassen. Und haut uns. Was ist los? Warum hast du so lange Haare?
Oh, you know, there is always something. It never ends. Lately, I have been feeling uneasy, impatient. Edelgard claims victory after victory. She never stops.
Sie ist halt sehr effizient.
5 years ago, she ascended the throne and swept away the corrupt nobles, my father included. I always thought I would be the one to unseat him, but she did it instead, with all the ease and indifference of someone cracking an egg.
Ja, das kann ich verstehen, Rose. Es ist halt... Man hat teilweise sehr viel Zeit, um eine Nebenquest zu machen. Je später sie macht, umso leichter wird sie. Das ist halt, war auch bei der Aloy-Quest so, die ich gemacht habe.
She put my father under house arrest. She stripped House Ire of its power.
Oh, Ferdinand hat keinen Power mehr.
Rather than accepting a role as her puppet, I left. Now I fight to topple the Empire.
Ich bin positiv überrascht, Ferdi.
The disparity between Edelgard and myself is obvious. She never stops moving forward, single-minded, never wavering. But where does that leave me? Here, flailing about, going nowhere, contributing nothing.
Ferdinand, du drehst dich grad gar nicht.
But it is. That is the reality. Not once since our days at the Academy have I exceeded Edelgard's abilities.
Ich muss sagen, in Sachen Haarwuchs hast du sie übertroffen. Das ist immer etwas.
I saw her as a worthy opponent. She did not even see me as a contender. She did not even consider me at all. As the head of the noble House Ire, I must be able to achieve results. But all my efforts have come to nothing. Results are everything. I have not shown results, so I will be stagnating here forever.
Der Weg ist das Ziel.
I appreciate that, but it is not enough to persuade me. I know that I have a massive wall to climb, and I must climb it alone. Even so, may I ask a favor?
Ja, okay.
Professor, please keep an eye on my progress. I would appreciate if you were always by my side, bearing witness to my accomplishments.
Hey, Level B mit Ferdinand erreicht. So. Jetzt werden wir einiges zu tun haben, denn wir haben einige Support-Gespräche. Okay, ich muss kurz was nachschauen. Wie habe ich das mit den A-Supports geregelt? Wen ich mit wem verkuppeln will? Ich hatte das hier doch irgendwo aufgeschrieben. Wo habe ich den Zettel verloren? Ja. Ich wollte Flame mit Cloud verkuppeln, weil es interessant war. Das dauert aber noch ein bisschen. Marianne wollte ich mit Ignaz verkuppeln. Ja, das mache ich jetzt auch.
Huh. What's that about? Marianne, I saw you on the training grounds earlier. It looked like there was an argument.
Oh, no. It was nothing.
Are you sure? Nothing happened at this morning's training?
Well...
Okay, tell me what happened.
I just couldn't keep up with the rest of the group. Everyone got so mad at me. They said something about looking into their eyes so I could read their movements, but I couldn't do it.
They may have a point.
I'm a hindrance to everyone. I can't do it.
Of course not. That goes without saying. It's hard to accomplish anything on your own. Look at me. By myself, I'm worse than useless.
Wow. Bisschen hart zu dir selbst, das ist aber okay.
Can you see where I'm going with this? To succeed, you have to cooperate. You can't do that if you're not paying attention to nonverbal cues.
Huh?
Please, try looking up. Looking people in the eye. You'll see some things that you've never seen before. People worry about you, and rely on you. You'll see that on your allies' faces. In a way, you'll see what they're thinking.
You may be right. It was my fault for looking down. Thank you, Ignaz. I appreciate your encouragement.
Of course. Look, we both saw the sunset and appreciated its beauty. Nature communicates without words, we can do the same. We don't need to speak to be understood. Stop staring at your feet. Look at us. That'll be a good start.
I can certainly try.
Huh.
Is something wrong? Did I say something to upset you?
Oh no, to the contrary. I just realized that I was missing something. A thing of remarkable beauty. Right under my nose.
Das trotz deiner Brille.
Remarkable beauty?
What? Don't mind me.
Okay. So, okay, könnt ihr... ja, machen wir erstmal den A-Support zwischen den beiden. Go Squad.
Hilda? I wanted to thank you for helping me in the infirmary. I brought you these pastries.
Ooh, thanks. I'll put some tea on. Have a seat.
That sounds lovely. But I also wanted to apologize for always causing you such trouble.
It's no trouble. No trouble at all. Everything tastes better with friends, don't you think? I give you help, you give me sweets, we have a little tea party. It's a good arrangement, I'd say. I'm used to it now, so if it changed suddenly, I would feel disoriented.
I suppose if you're enjoying yourself, then it can't be that bad.
Sure. You don't seem to mind listening while I gab, so I'm enjoying myself plenty.
Ohne die Ärmel da vielleicht, ja.
But do let me know if I'm too boring.
No, you're not boring at all. In fact, you're, very good at talking. You're also good with your hands. You can clean and organize better than almost anyone. I envy you.
Oh, stop. I'm blushing. I'm not as great as all that. We're both a lot different on the inside than we look on the outside, don't you think?
How do you mean?
People who see you think you're so proper, but you're actually clumsy. That's why I help you, because there are some things you just can't do.
I'm sorry you always have to clean up after me.
Die macht das liebend gern, Marianne.
I didn't say I hated it. In fact, you've taught me a few new techniques I can use to persuade people. Maybe I'll start imitating you a little bit. I'll do the Marianne.
Ich muss sagen, es wäre schon interessant, so Hilda mit in dem Outfit zu sehen und diesen Haarstyle.
That sheepish, sorry, and those quavering downcast eyes. But that might not work as well for me. People would probably assume that I'd hit my head.
Oh, well...
Aw, Marianne laughing at me. So rude and yet so adorable.
Wahre Worte, Hilda. Wahre Worte.
I'm so sorry. I just can't help it. When I imagine you doing those things, I...
Yeah. It's rather un-Hilda-like, I'll admit. Okay, that's enough laughing.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, are you alright? That tea's hot, Marianne. Be careful.
Yes. Oh, ouch, hot.
Come on, what did I just say?
I know, I'm sorry. Ow, hot.
Oh boy, a real steady hand, that Marianne. It's nice to see her laugh. Sure, she was laughing at me, but how can I get mad when she looks so dang cute?
Ah, nichts süß, aber nichts Besonderes für einen A-Support. Glaubt. Echt überlegen, wie ich das mit den Ports hier noch regel. Okay. Leonie, weil die kann... Oh, Sylvain. Okay, stimmt ja. Sylvain kann Gott, das ist so traurig. Mal schauen, die kann, ja, sie kann mit dem Bein noch A-Support haben. Muss echt den A-Support mit Lorenz haben. Und den kann die gerade nicht haben.